Have a blessed and safe morning, everyone. This is Teacher Rod once again, and I'm here to teach you another lesson about the causes and treatment of brain diseases. Our objectives for today's lesson are: first, identify the most common problems of a brain and its causes. Second, discuss the common treatment appropriate to brain disorder. Let's take a look back at where we ended last time. As you may recall, we have discussed about the causes and treatment of lungs heart ailments. I hope you can still recall our previous lesson. Following are lung ailments. Which one is not? Pneumonia, rheumatic fever, bronchitis. Well, if your answer was rheumatic fever, then you got it right. 2. It is considered as the deadliest type of cancer. Is it lung cancer, prostate cancer, or breast cancer? If your answer was lung cancer, then you're absolutely right. 3. This lung ailment is usually characterized by sneezing and runny nose or headache. Is it bronchitis, rhinitis, or cold? If your answer was cold, then that's perfect. 4. It is safe to take medicine every time you have lung cancer. Yes, no, or maybe. Well, not all the time. The correct answer is no. And last, number 5, this heart ailment occurs when there is an increase in the white blood cells count. Is it anemia, leukemia, or pneumonia? If you said leukemia, you're correct. Wow, that was a great recall, kids. It seems that you really did study your lesson. So, please stay focused wherever you are at, because we will be learning another interesting topic today. But before that, let's have a memory game. I call this Picture Me Out. I will flash to you the pictures, then after that, I will hide them. And let's find out if you can still picture them out. Sounds interesting? I know. So are you ready? Let's begin. So these are the pictures. Please take a look at them, because I will be hiding them in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make sure to remember what's behind these boxes. Could you still remember what's behind the blue box? Great! If you answered a dog, then you have a sharp memory and a healthy brain. Good job. So the very reason we have a game, because I want to check how sharp your memory is and how healthy your brains are. And as promised, I will be teaching you the common ailments of a brain and what causes them. Let's get started. So the first common problem of the brain is epilepsy. It is a disorder in which brain activity becomes abnormal, causing seizure or periods of unusual behavior, sensations, and sometimes loss of awareness. For you to learn more about epilepsy, I have prepared a very short video clip. So I want you to watch this and If you may also take down notes of some important information, please do so.
Hi, this is Elena. She loves to draw, play dress up with her friends, play with her dog, and oh yeah, she has epilepsy. Oh, what is epilepsy? Well, let's start with the brain. Your brain cells send electrical messages to your body to tell you to move, think, and do things. But when brain cells stop working the way they are supposed to and send too many electrical signals at one time, that's called a seizure. It's like a giant electrical storm. These seizures cause a change in how you see things, how you move, and what you feel. Epilepsy is when a person, like Elena, has one or more seizures over time. Her seizures only last a short while and can look different each time. Here's how it could look when someone is having a seizure. They might stare into space. They may look like they're chewing gum, but they're not. They might be fumbling as if they lost something. They could be wandering around like they are lost. Their whole body might shake. They might say things that don't make any sense. Now that you know what seizures look like, here's what you can do to help someone having a seizure. Stay calm and try to relax. If you have a watch or a phone, try to see how long the seizure lasts. If they fall on the ground, find something soft to rest the person's head on. This protects them from hurting themselves or others. Turn the person on one side so they don't choke. Tell other people around you that this person is having a seizure. Stay with the person until they feel better and ask how you can help. Continue to be calm and cool until the person can answer questions. Be a friend when the seizure is over. If you think you aren't big enough to help, go and find an adult. But wait, there are some things you should never do when someone is having a seizure. Never put anything in the person's mouth, even medicine. Never try to hold the person down. Never leave the person lying on their back. Never make fun of someone who just had a seizure. And remember, epilepsy is an electrical problem in the brain. You can't catch it like a cold, and it doesn't make people like Elena any different from you. Be sure not to make fun of someone with epilepsy. It's not nice, and it's definitely not cool. Having epilepsy is no different than anything else, and your friends shouldn't be treated any differently. If you see anyone being bullied or teased because of their epilepsy, or for any other reason, tell an adult. Always be there for your friend that's being bullied. And now you know all about epilepsy. Thanks to you, kids like Elena will be safer and happier. Let's all take care of each other. This is what being a good friend is all about.
Okay, I hope you have gotten some important points from the video I've shown you. As a summary, epilepsy is caused by different factors, such as genetic influence. This means that it runs in the family. It can be a cause of head trauma as a result of an accident. Or it may be because of brain tumors, like infectious diseases like meningitis, AIDS, and viral encephalitis. It may also be because of prenatal injury. As you all know, babies are sensitive to brain damage such as infection in the mother, poor nutrition, or oxygen deficiencies. And the last cause can be associated to developmental disorders like autism or neurofibromatosis. Great. And the second one is Parkinson's disease. It is a progressive nervous system disorder that affects movement. In Parkinson's disease, certain nerve cells called the neurons, so the blue ones are called the neurons, and when they gradually break down or die. So many of the symptoms are due to loss of neurons that produce a chemical messenger in your brain, and we call them dopamine. So when dopamine levels decrease, it causes abnormal brain activity, leading to symptoms of Parkinson's disease. So, what are the causes of Parkinson's disease? Well, according to experts, the cause of Parkinson's disease is unknown, but several factors appear to be playing a very important role. One of this is genes. Just like what we have mentioned earlier, this means that some of your family members also have it. And the other factor or cause of Parkinson's disease can be associated to environmental triggers. According to experts, exposure to certain toxins or environmental factors may increase the risk of Parkinson's disease. And the third brain disorder is the Alzheimer's disease. It is also a progressive disorder that causes brain cells to waste away. So when they waste away, they call it or degenerating, or they will eventually die. So Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia. Okay, when we say dementia, this is a continuous decline in thinking, behavioral, and social skills that disrupts a person's ability to function independently. So as you may be aware that dementia is very common among older people. All right, they often forget things. They often forget some of their family members, and sometimes they forget the events that had happened in their lives. Now, let's identify what causes Alzheimer's disease. So just like any other brain disorder, according to experts, the exact causes of Alzheimer's disease are not fully understood. But they again associated it with the problems with brain proteins. Okay, so the small balls like in our brains are called the brain proteins. And when they fail to function normally, it disrupts the work of brain cells called the neurons. Or when neurons are damaged, they also lose connections to each other and eventually die. So it seems like, for example, when you are calling someone, so you're unable to deliver your message if the signal suddenly cut off. Same is true with our brains. So if the neurons, stop communicating with each other, or they lost connection with each other, there would be no message to be delivered. So that means it will affect our capability to think and to recall things or events in our lives. And the fourth one is brain aneurysm. This occurs when a weak brain artery bulges and fills with blood. So as you could see here, so it seems that there's a formation of a small ball, and this is filled with blood. So if this brain artery filled with blood, a person may suffer from brain aneurysm. If you could recall what happened to Isabel Granada, she was a famous singer, and she actually had a brain aneurysm, or she died because of brain aneurysm. So now let's identify what causes brain aneurysm. So just like any other brain disorder, experts also said that the causes of brain aneurysm are unknown. But there are a range of factors that can increase the risk for brain aneurysm. So these risks may include old age. Some older people have the higher risks to brain aneurysm. Also, cigarette smoking. According to report, the very reason why Isabel Granada acquired brain aneurysm because she was a chain smoker. The other one is high blood pressure or hypertension. So if you are suffering from hypertension, then there's a possibility that you will have brain aneurysm as well. The other one are drug abuse, particularly the use of cocaine, heavy alcohol consumption, and other illegal drugs. And according to study, brain aneurysm are more common in adults than in children. Yeah, I would agree so. Because, of course, older people have a lot of bad practices or vices as compared to children. And other research also claimed that brain aneurysm is more common in women than in men. All right, so we've already identified some common ailments or disorders in the brain. Now, we will study what are the practices or what are the treatment in order for us to protect our brain from these disorder or from these diseases. The first one is medication. By taking prescribed medicine, it can also help us recover from these brain disorders. The other one is surgery. And the third one is a combination of physical therapy, gene therapy, or occupational therapy. Of course, we cannot diagnose ourselves. So if we are, and the last one could be life modifications. So in order for you to live healthy, of course, you also have to eat healthy. And you also have to stay away from bad practices. Okay? So instead of having vices and consuming alcohol, drugs, and using cigarette, why not go to the gym, or why not take a brisk walk every day? Because exercise would really help us a lot in order for us to have a healthy mind and a healthy body. All right, so we're almost done with our lesson today. And just to summarize what we have discussed, we have learned about the common brain disorders like epilepsy, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and the last is brain aneurysm. And we've also learned some common treatment for brain disorder like medication, surgery, physical therapy, genes therapy, occupational therapy, and of course, lifestyle modification. Okay, kids, I want you to get a piece of paper and let's check what you have learned from this lesson. There are 5 questions that you need to answer, and I will be giving you 1 minute to finish them. And your timer starts now. Time is up. All right, let's check your work. Let me see how many correct answers you have got. Okay, so here are the answers. Good job, everyone, and thank you so much for participating in our lesson. And for your extended activity, I want you to please download and answer the worksheets at https:/tinyurl.com/brain-disorder-quiz. Thank you, kids, for studying with me today. This has been Teacher Rod. I wish you all the best and see you again in our next session. Bye-bye.